Welcome back to my mixed media channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 different kinds of beads that you can use for embellishments. You can use them at the bottom of your wisdom dolls. You can use them at the end of journals, just about anywhere you would use any other embellishments. But the fun thing is they will all be homemade by you. So the first one I'm going to show you, they are plastic bottle beads, and I got the inspiration from Cheryl Coyote on YouTube, and that's these ones. Let me put these ones aside. These ones here. Can you hear them? They're just like beads. Aren't they the coolest? Oh my. So I'm going to just show you my version of how I did these. So this is all I've made so far, but I absolutely love them. And the only reason this is all I've made is because I only had one plastic soda bottle, and it was a green soda bottle. So you're going to need 1 soda bottle, a pair of scissors, some nail polish, some glitter. So here's my glitter. I guess I'll use blue nail polish and orange for now. So there's my nail polishes and my glitter. And you're going to cut your soda bottle up from the neck down where it rounds up till that little bubbly thing at the bottom. So you just want the flat part in the middle. So then I've cut my pieces out. You can see here. This is about maybe 1.5 inches wide. I didn't measure. You just kind of eyeball, you know? And then you're going to get pieces like similar to this. Then you're going to cut from one corner here all the way across to the other diagonal corner. And again, doesn't have to be perfect. You can see this side doesn't even have a point on it. Can you see that? This one does. So you got these 2 pieces. So this is going to be 2 beads. Now you could make these even smaller to make smaller beads. Here's the smaller type. And here's the big old ones. So I'll put them side by side so you can see the difference. See? So I kind of want the bigger ones because I'm not sure. I think with all these beads I want to make a wall treatment, like a window treatment in the art cabin with all these different homemade beads that I've made. I just think that would be so cool. So then you're going to need some tweezers and some dowel. I just used, these, I'll grab one back here without knocking the camera over. A dowel, a kitchen dowel like this, and a candle. You can use a heat gun, but I found a candle worked better. And she had also said a candle worked better. So the first thing that you do is you just slather on the part where the bottle, kind of the inside of the bottle, and you can tell because it kind of curves inward. You can kind of see the curve. So on that inside part, you're going to paint nail polish and then sprinkle it with glitter. This is how I did it. This is Monica's way. So other people might do it different. So I'm just taking the blue, I'll do it on this pointy one first. Nail polish and just slathering it. Matter of fact, I might even slap on a little bit of orange in there too. And then I'll hold that up so you can see what I did. It's so fun because my hands are getting so dirty and I'm playing and I'm having so much fun. So see? Just whatever. Then you take some glitter. This is green, really fine glitter. And sprinkle it on top of that nail polish mixture. There you go. Then I'm just going to move this aside and just might as well do them both at the same time because these are my last 2 pieces that I have. So then you're going to take your dowel. And with the wide end, you're going to start rolling up. So just place this here and sort of get it as tight as you can. And then just start rolling it up. Now my fingers are really sticky right now because I've been doing this for a bit, for a couple of hours. And just roll that puppy up. Try and get it as tight on the dowel as you can. So then what I have done is taken my tweezer, I pull the dowel out, I take my tweezer and I go on in there, in the hole. I'll go from the other side and I grab, let me just do it first and then I'll show you. There. See that little pointed in right there? Right there? See it? I grab that with the tweezers like that. So it looks like that. Then I just simply take the candle, heat the bead up, keep turning it around and around, making sure that that little tip thing gets melted down. And you just keep doing that until, see, there's the tip, it's still not melted down. Can you see? So I'm just going to heat that part up and keep heating that up. And we want that little tip to melt itself down, and it will, and just keep turning your tweezers around like so, and then putting it in the flame again. And this is such a low flame. And it kind of has a plasticky smell. I didn't really notice it. And if you get some little burnt mark there, just rub it in the glitter. It's just sort of warm plastic. It's not even hot. It's not, because I'm touching it. I mean, you have to be careful, obviously, but, and my hands are like asbestos hands. But you can see it's a hard oblong bead. And if you want to trim this end off here, well, just take your scissors and just trim that off if it's got some kind of an odd shape to it. And there you go. There you have one bead done. So this is a big one, so throw it over there with the rest of them. And we'll go ahead. I might make this into two small ones. I'm going to take these scissors that are already kind of grungy, and I'm going to cut down the middle. Probably better to have waited for this to dry, but what the heck, I didn't. There. So let's see what happens with this teeny tiny piece. We'll put some glitter on that. Spread it around. And you see, I'm a very impatient crafter. I want to do things like right now. I don't want to wait till things dry. So now I'm rolling it up again on the dowel. Just get that rolled up. I like the black because it adds to the color of the bead when it gets the soot on it, kind of. There. So there we have another bead. See? And then we'll do the one more. So I'll be back when that one's done too. So here are our glass beads. I said beetles. Are plastic beads made from a plastic pop bottle. Fun, fun, fun. And they're so pretty. The glitter gives them kind of a shimmer to them. So I got quite a few, and it was a small bottle. So I got a good handful of beads here. See them? I love them. So we're going to put these aside, and the next boho cool beads I'm going to show you are the fabric ones. And this is before. But when I made my wisdom doll, I had lots of fabric left over. So I wrapped it around a dowel. And as you can see, these are hard as can be. And I am going to probably Mod Podge them to make them shiny, and you can see the hole right through for putting string or chain or wire or whatever through both of these. I've got some here on a dowel and they're still drying, so they're not quite ready yet. So what I did is I rolled them around a thicker dowel and then moved them onto the thinner one so that the hole would be bigger. Same with these. They are just drying. And so I will finish these off. Let me move this mess out of the way. So I've got some Mod Podge here, and I've got some bronze paint, folk art paint, and I think it's called Metallic Soft Bronze. So I'm going to shake that up. I want to put some of this just in the lid. And then what I'm going to do is simply take the top and the bottom of these beads and dip them in the metallic bronze. So I'm going to get there's one, and then do the other side too, just to give them a little bit of a finish to them. Hold on. And then I'm going to make sure the skewer still goes through, and it does. And I'll clean up this little mess right here where I don't really want it, but just to give them all the continuity of that metallic-y bronze paint. So I'll move that one down to the end, and then I'll get the other one, which is made out of, this is so hard once it hardens. All I did to make those, well, I will show you how I made those. So let me do this part, and we'll let that dry while I'm showing you how I made these fabric beads, in case there are some people out there that don't know how to make them. So they both have that copper end. Can you see that? So that'll tie all the different fabrics together. So how I made these beads. I took, like I said, scraps of fabric that I had left over from my wisdom doll. So now I'll get another completely different fabric piece. I will use this polka dot. It's brown polka dot. So I'm just going to cut a strip, and we're going to cut this into a small strip. This is so simple. I mean, the kids could help with this. And then just cut down maybe about an inch or half an inch, however wide you want your bead. No right and no wrong way. This dowel is thicker than this dowel. Can you see that? So I got these at the Dollar Tree as well. So I don't even think it needs to be that long. So that's about the size. So what I simply did is I took my fabric, I rolled it around once without any glue so that the inside of that is dry. Then I took some glue, kind of mixed with water a little bit, and just coated along here. And then I rolled it, and then some more, and rolled it some more. Some more glue, rolled it some more glue, and rolled it all the way up, and then some just to close it here, and then just kind of ran the glue all the way around the bead. So you can feel, you guys can't see it, but it's saturated in glue. So then I just pushed it off because this dowel is thicker. And so then I put it on a thinner dowel, like this one, to dry. So let's just go in from this side. There, and I can just fix whatever happened there. Needs a little bit more glue on the end here. There. And because there is no glue on the inside of the bead, when I started rolling, it's going to slide back and forth quite nicely. And there you go. So you've got that one there drying. So these are our other two that I had just painted. So I'm just going to Mod Podge them. Another trick you can do too is you can put lotion or grease or oil on this dowel so that they will not dry on here and it's easier to take them off. So I did that to some, but I forgot to do it on this one. Although these seem like they're going to be fine. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge. And I'm just going to go over these two beads that are sort of finished in my books. And that's just going to help harden these beads once it dries even more so. And I'm going to dry these with my heat gun and then I'll be back. So here are two Mod Podged beads. My hands are so bad, but it's so fun. See, they both have that copper on the ends of them. So we'll put them over here with our glass beads. We're getting quite a little collection of beads. So we'll let all these ones dry that are on these skewers. And I will show you my very, very favorite beads of all. They're big and they're chunky. And these ones was inspired by, her name is Ilene McInnas. And she called them chunky charms, but I'm calling them Boho wisdom beads because I'm going to be using them as beads or embellishments on things. I'll show you what they look like before they're actually finished, when they're dried. This is what they look like dried. And there's a hole in them, both ends. They're heart-shaped. Here's another heart-shaped. Here's a round shape. Here's an oblong shape. Another heart. So you can see they're quite, they're not heavy, but they're hard. They're definitely firm. So I'm going to show you how you go ahead and make these yourself. So what you need is some foil. Again, a skewer, some water, some plaster of Paris, and some masking tape. So I happen to have a lot of plaster of Paris because I used to cast bellies for doula mummies. So I used to do belly casting, so I happen to have plaster of Paris. So I'm going to make one of these for you now. Now my plaster of Paris is on a big roll like this. So I have enough for you, me, and the boy next door. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you don't have plaster of Paris, I think you could probably make a paper mache mix out of paper towel and mushiness, you know? Or just use the masking tape because I think I heard that can work just as well. 2 pieces of foil. So I would say 2 pieces of foil, 4 by 6-ish. And this is all very ish. You know what I'm saying? I just have to get another skewer out of the package because I've used them all for this video. And I mean, you get 100 skewers in a pack at the dollar store. So they're great. So got my skewer, got my foil. So I'm going to put the 2 pieces of foil together and just kind of crunch it up just gently for now, keeping in mind the shape of a heart. So I can kind of see my heart right here. I can see where it's going to be possibly a heart right there. Now for me, I find that, can you see that? If I put the skewer in now while it's still kind of soft and airy, it's best for me, I find. She did it totally differently on her video, but I just find this way, way easier. I don't have the strength to push it through once I've squished it all up. Get the foil really hard, you know. So then you're just going to shape this into a bone folder if you want to help you with the shaping and keeping it smoother and stuff. But I use one for some. if it was around. If not, I just use my hands and I keep shaping and shaping and pushing it until it gets to the shape that I want it to be. So the next step you're going to take, and you're going to turn it over and make sure there's no major big lumps on it. You're going to take masking tape. And you are going to wrap the masking tape around this foil. So what I do is I just start from the diagonal and kind of go over top and just wrap it up. Stick it on there. And of course, masking tape is from the dollar store as well. So you just keep playing with your heart until you're happy with it. So just keep wrapping it with tape. Although you don't want 10 layers of masking tape. You're just basically covering up the foil. Okay? There. The next step I'm going to take is the plaster of Paris, which I have cut into small little strips. And again, no rhyme, no reason. The first one that I do, though, oh, it's a bit long. I kind of take it and cut it down the middle. Not all the way. I have some water right here. So I'm just going to dip the strip in there for a second with maybe another one. Give it a sec to get, you know. And the one that I split down the middle, I'll just take it over my heart and I'll put the stick in between the two, so it's like wearing a coat. So wrap that over there, smooth it on, wrap that over there, smooth it on. Done and done. And this just all works into one, like a cast. If you've ever had a cast on your leg. I love the way it just all smooths into being one clump of like clay, I guess. So this only needs probably one more piece. And again, I'm doing this really fast because of the video. And I'll just wrap this around the end. But you take your time, or not. It's entirely up to you. And finish it up as nice as you want. I don't care if my piece has a bit of bumpiness on it. That doesn't bother me. Or if the grains of the plaster of Paris dry and come through. I think that's kind of neat. But you can see how smooth this is. See? So it's like one big clay heart. And then all you have to do is go to bed and come back on the next day and they'll all be dry. So now we're going to go ahead and paint some of these. So we get some brushes. And we're going to start with our heart. So I'm going to paint it this nice yellow. It almost looks like a, brick color, like a terracotta. Actually, it's orange. But that's okay. This heart can be terracotta. Just give it a good paint. Done. Simple. Nice terracotta heart. My hands, I should have washed my hands because everywhere I touch it's getting all, you know. So there. Okay, and let's maybe paint our, this bead here. Let's paint it this turquoisey bluey color. These are really neat. I like this color. There. This oblong shape. We'll paint this yellow. Okay. So those three, we'll let them dry. I'll do everything else. So now I'm just taking some of this blue paint that's left over and rubbing it all around my heart here. Might have to take a tiny bit more. There. Neat. See? And then we're going to take the blue ball and we're going to put some red on it. Just same kind of way. Just another embellishment on this one here. I went and looked through my stamps and I found this really cool paisley looking thing from Stampin' Up. It's really old. So I'm going to try to see if I can stamp with archival ink in black on this yellow bead and see what that will look like. Cool. Can you see that? Paisley little things on it. I'm going to try to stamp the word love. Or how about joy? No, that sounds Christmassy. I'll do love. And L. So there's the word love. So we've got that one on that one. And for this one, I think I'll just leave it for now. I just wanted to see what this would look like with those little black stamps on it. And yeah, so you're just playing around, mixing up the colors, mixing up the, you know, dulling it down. So there. So the next thing I'm going to do with these ones is just get some Mod Podge again and Mod Podge over top of all of this to kind of seal in my stamping and my inking. And you can show you what I finished. I want to show you a little trick that I saw on when you're making jewelry or beaded stuff, how to make your own slip rings. You know, these things to attach the jewelry to the other jewelry. So you can take something, I'm just going to use this paintbrush because it's kind of wide. I'm going to use this copper wire and I'm just going to wrap it around the thicker part of the paintbrush there. Let's go around a few times. That's probably enough, just like that. Then I squish them together like that. Slide it off the brush, take my wire snippers and just snip off that little coil thing. And then I'm simply going to take the snippers and go down the middle of all of these and snip them. And snip them. And I end up with a whole bunch of jump rings. Can you see that? I thought that was the coolest thing. So I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I did. So I just want to show you the finished beads that I made for this, for today. So here, I just stuck them on wire just for temporary because I don't want them to get lost. So here's all those ones made out of that green pop bottle. Aren't they so pretty? So now I've got them for, you know, whenever and whatever. Here's the fabric ones. Now some of these are still drying downstairs and I want to wait till they all dry so I can dip the bottoms in copper and then run Mod Podge over them so you can see them. This one looks like one big bead, but you can see how they're all separate there, see? So there's all those. And then this is what I did with the one that I used the plaster of Paris for. So there's the love. And there's the stamped one, and there's the blue one, and you can see the jump rings that I just showed you how to make. So there you go. So I hope you guys give these a try. These are super fun. You're going to be seeing me use all of these in projects coming up, and these are, I love these ones. Well, I like them all. They're all different. So please stay tuned. This was so much fun. I literally was playing all day long, playing, and it was really, really fun, really cathartic. So I hope you guys give this all a try. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section, and please give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new, and welcome if you're new. And we'll see you next time on my mixed media channel. Bye.